Right, I'm recording and it should be working. Yes, it is.
Oh, amazing.
What? Are we live already?
Yeah. We're live already.
Why? Why didn't you tell me you were unmuting me? I was talking to myself there, guys. I was sorting out my audio software stuff, and I was scared that my voice wasn't going to get picked up. So that was me talking to myself.
Amazing.
Thanks, Matt.
Amazing. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Quizmas. Today we're going to be doing a pop quiz. Question 1. What is the capital of Nevada?
That's for the audience, right? That's not for me.
No, that's for you, bro. That's for you. That's for you.
No.
You're from the South, right?
It's fine. I'm lighting a candle right now. I'm a little bit too busy to Google that, you know?
Whoa, you're lighting a candle. Look at that.
Oh, come on. Work, dang it. This thing is losing some steam here. It's fine.
Dude, I love those things. Do you want to hear something weird about me? You might already know this about me.
Okay.
Do you know anything about me and lighters?
You almost burned down a house when you were 5, right?
Wow, no.
No?
This is a pretty weird quirk of me. This is something really odd, okay? It's like one of those strange things I'm kind of OCD about. I'm from a family where pretty much everyone smokes, okay? Like
right.
Pretty much everyone's a smoker. I'm not. But I always used to just like, I guess when I was maybe 7 or 8, in my childish, silly mind, look at you with that candle there, I decided that if I never lit a lighter, then how could I ever become a smoker in those scary teenage years where all the peer pressure was going to come? Because I would just know, like, what smoker could light a lighter? Do you know what I mean? Like, just as a stupid kid, this was... But I ended up getting committed to it. And then whenever, like, my parents would ask for a fag or something, I'd be like, no, you're going to have to do it yourself. You're going to have to do it yourself. And I would just never light a lighter, not for candles, not for anything. And I've carried that through with me through to adulthood. And to this day, I still get really weirded out by lighters. Like, I've never lit a lighter. I wouldn't.
How was the first time? Was it like you know, you were in the bathroom and you got like, you know, filled the tub up with some water and started.
What, the first time I what? The first time I lit a lighter?
Light a lighter.
I've never done it. That's what I'm telling you. I've never done it.
Well, but you lit candles before. What do you do? Have your mom?
I get other people to light the candles, or I use what you just had.
Wait a minute. Hold on. All the candles you have had, you've never lit it?
Yeah. Well, no,
wait a minute.
Some of them I have because I've used that. What would you call that thing you just had? To me, that's not a lighter.
This is a lighter. This is absolutely a lighter.
No. Like, you guys know what I mean. Like a cigarette lighter where it's like you can see through it and you get like green ones and yellow ones and red ones and there's like see-through or like Zippo lighters and stuff like that. What you've got is more like...
Will it burn down a house? I think that's the gauge here. If it could burn down a house, it's probably a lighter.
Wow. See, I never considered those lighters, but I got one really recently, and it was only then that I started lighting my own candles.
So what about a blowtorch? You wouldn't call that a lighter either, right? You just use blowtorches.
I've never used a blowtorch, though. What kind of weird factory working macho man do you see me as?
Blowtorching your candles, right?
Yeah,
I
for all those days at the steel mill. Yeah, I forgot about those. That was my 5th job that I've never told anyone about.
Also, for this special occasion of Christmas VisualWood, this VisualWood is stronger than all the others.
Oh my God, where's he gone, guys?
Yeah. I got hit Antler.
Really? Oh my God, I'm waiting for the delay on the stream. I'm waiting for the delay on the stream.
Oh,
this is
going to
be
a little bit too dark. Might be a little bit too dark. I might need to turn on the light.
Wait. So does this mean we're not doing a Christmas Eve episode?
Christmas Eve. What you want to stop during the holidays to do a Christmas episode?
I don't know. What are we doing on Christmas Eve?
We could do a Christmas after a New Year's and Christmas episode the next week. What about that?
Oh yeah, because we're not gonna do Christmas Eve, but we are gonna do New Year's Eve.
Oh, is that what it is?
Drunk New Year's Eve.
Oh gosh.
Don't forget, it's 9. Don't forget, this podcast for me is 9 to 11 a.m. That would mean an hour before the New Year. I'm doing. I'd rather do Christmas Eve than New Year's Eve.
Okay, what we'll do is that we'll have it on the other day that's not Thursday.
I feel bad about what I just mentioned because people in chat are going to be like, oh, they should totally have a VisualWood where as midnight rolls around, they're doing it live. and then they kiss on stream, to kiss in the new year.
Right. I could bring the two webcams together. See, you already got nice and pretty for me. Look at your cam, dude. Look at your cam. I see you wearing a little lipstick. You got a little butt nose going on.
You changed it. I freaked out there for a second. I was like, wait, what? What's going on here?
Like, oh yeah. I totally was sharing screens, and you accidentally sent your webcam over.
My very bold and salacious nudes that were all over my PC. Yeah.
Oh, right. I definitely want to see those. Anyways, guys, what is up, guys, and welcome to VisualWood. All right. Today we're gonna have a regular podcast, but we're calling it special.
Really? Oh my god! Do we even have
I
like how there's like nothing in the title. It's just VisualWood. Do we have a game to play?
I didn't want. The only way for us to finish this game would be to play it from the beginning, because this game is not gonna be 30 minutes to to an hour long. So what's gonna happen is that we're gonna play the game, and then we're not gonna have enough time to finish it for the next 2 weeks or whatever. So it doesn't matter, because people like to hear us talk more than they like.
Be honest with me, Matt. The game section. All right, should we just cut it?
We might be cutting it. We might be cutting it.
Really, we might be cutting it.
Maybe we'll bring it back for special occasions, if the perfect game comes. Or we should just bring back Daily Deal. We should just bring back Daily Deal,
but live,
and get this started. Daily Deal live. Oh gosh, that sounds like a lot of work.
Did you end up watching it? So during the week, guys, I linked Matt. Somebody left a comment really randomly on one of the most random Daily Deals. I specifically remember recording this one with Matt because it was a weird mix of Guitar Hero and Bejeweled and a load of random stuff. And I remember before it came out, Matt was like, all right, look, I've played a bit of this game. I really don't understand that much. This is probably not going to be a good episode. I remember that. And someone left a random comment during the week saying, hey, past Matt and WP, are you there? And I was like, hell yeah, I linked it to Matt. So did you end up watching the whole thing?
I end up watching half of it. And
dude, I was so boring in that.
Yeah, I don't think you were boring. I think you're all right. Dude,
you were on point. You were pointing out all the cool stuff about the game, and I was just like,
while I'm trying to do decently. Oh my gosh. I'm looking at that, I'm like, man, can I even do that now? I think I was on point that day.
You were doing really well.
Oh man, those days. Oh, we're reminiscing of the year. So what do you think about this year? What games?
You're reflecting. Is this a whole New Year podcast?
No. I think that would be last time. But so far, everything's been straight. Yeah,
I'd say. I found out about this thing. You said that you every year to have made some progress, right?
Right.
Do you usually think about that on New Year's?
No, actually, I do think about it New Year's, but mostly that's a thing that I constantly think about a lot.
All the time.
Yeah. So, constantly improving myself to make sure the past year, I wasn't exactly the same. There was some progress there, I don't want to just, I don't know, just be the same person, being in routine every day, every week,
yeah.
I find that like a waste. Yeah.
When you're young, people call that being in a rut, and when you get past a certain age, they're just like, oh, that's just what growing up's like. You end up getting bored, and you don't change much about yourself. It's that's kind of silly. No, the reason I mention it to you though is because I found this website, this tool, right, where it's called Notify Future Me or something. But basically, what it is the little website where you just type Dear Matt Visual. It throws everything up for you. You put in your email address and you type Dear Matt Visual, and you just write whatever the hell you want. You're like, I like you, dude. You're a cool guy. You're doing very well, or you talk about some stuff that's going on with you. Maybe you're a little bit depressing about it. Maybe you're really blunt and open about it. You treat it like a diary entry, if you like, right? Write for as long as you want. And then when you click submit, it vanishes into the internet. It vanishes. But exactly 1 year later, or a date that you specify, it will appear as an email. You'll get an email from yourself of exactly how you felt a year ago. How cool is that?
Well, what is this called?
You don't sound as excited about that as I did. It's called futureme.org. Everyone live in chat right now. I'm going to post it to you guys there. Write yourself a future message. Go on, be like, yo, I'm currently listening to the VisualWood podcast. And then be like, I'm really struggling with my grades this year. or I've started college and I don't really know why I'm here, or whatever's going on with you. I'm thinking of quitting the job. I think the wife's pregnant, but she's not telling me. Ooh,
Oh,
cheeky.
oh, all
Any of
right.
these kind of things, all right, and then it will just appear next year. How cool is that? I thought that'd be something quite cool for you, so that every year you get that mail and you're like, oh yeah, okay, I remember what was going on.
Oh man, I can't imagine what people would write in this. It could get depressing really fast.
Yeah,
Okay.
I tried doing one.
Right.
And I don't know why. No one was watching me. I wasn't recording a video. I wasn't on a Skype call. I was doing nothing, right? But like, I don't know. Like everyone knows I had a funeral that I had to deal with recently this year. As soon as I started like typing about that, I felt really uneasy, really weird about it. Like I didn't want to put my true emotions or thoughts on paper, and I just closed it down straight away. It was really weird. It was like I just couldn't bring myself to being honest with myself.
Does that mean you need to
though...
talk? Do you need to talk with all of us right now?
No, I don't know. I'm not a damaged person. I'm happy. I'm fine. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't write. I couldn't write myself a
There's
totally
nothing
blunt
wrong
email.
with being a little, a little, wear and tear on the person. There's nothing wrong with that. A little damage. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Well, okay, maybe I am a little bit damaged because I couldn't do it. It's only for my own eyes. And I was just like, no, I won't do that. That's too heavy. And then I tried writing something else and I was like, well, hold on. What's the point in writing something else? This is so boring. Hey, it's going good this year. Hope it's going good next year. And it's like that, that's basically it summed up. So I was like, screw this. And I stopped. But I think it's cool.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Man. You can put a lot of stuff in here, and then like you'll forget about it and come back and just get this
exactly right.
Just, like something like, oh, keep pushing, man. I lost 50 pounds this year or something like that, and
damn.
And then you go back to it, and you're
year,
either like
gained 100.
Yeah.
And you just look at it and you're like, ooh, wow.
And that reminds you, and then from then, you lose like a bunch of weight, and
no, you put more on because at that point it's just depressing to see. So it's over.
Right. So you just give up. You just give up on life. Yeah. That's good. That's good.
That's the easy way out, guys. And remember, the easy way out is always the best way out.
Anyways, ladies, all right. What have you been doing? What's been? What games have you been playing?
All right, wait. Be honest with me right now.
Okay.
Were you logged in on Steam an hour ago?
Maybe no. I don't think so.
All right. Okay. Well, if you were, you would have seen us start playing Ori in the Blind Forest an hour ago.
Oh, but did you finish it?
I'm enjoying it. So I still haven't played much, but I have doubled my playtime since the jokiness before. I'm glad I found a couple of hours to slip in there.
Double? Wait a minute. You only played like 30 minutes before. So double being like an hour?
I played an hour before, and now I've just played another hour. So we doubled up. What do you want from me? It's hard, man. Mono gaming is hard. All right? It's really hard. It's a tough racket, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise, okay?
Oh my gosh.
No.
I don't know how. I just can't understand how you can live with this playing one game for the rest of your life. Oh.
Dude, I got kind of annoyed though. On my video saying that the stream's live right now, I looked for some random footage of Ori and the Blind Forest instead of recording my own this week. I ended up using the trailer. But it's so annoying. You type in on YouTube, Ori and the Blind Forest, and there's all these people like, oh, the field train is beginning right now, and like acting like they're crying and doing all these ridiculous, exaggerated things from the very opening cutscene, which, is moving. But you really can't say much more than it being moving. It's not like you're going to burst into tears over it. But no, apparently the Fields train has rolled into the station, guys. And this game is... Like, I'm sure I'll get a bit more emotional as it goes along. Like, that's what people say is good about the game, right?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it's an emotional game. I mean, yeah, that part is sad. But, yeah, I mean, it's good in a way of the way it's done. More than anything else. It's like I don't expect you to cry like The Walking Dead or anything like that. Yeah. I expect you to enjoy the atmosphere, to the music, the way it's drawn. I expect the mechanics to enthrall you than anything else. I wouldn't say you'd be like, oh my God. Nah, I doubt that. Yeah. It's more like it has that feeling of a Disney movie, like I explained before. It has like a little Disney movie where they make things seem so dark at times, like for a Disney movie back in the days. It brings that like I mixed it as a Disney movie and something else. Was it?
Yeah, well the main bit I got to now is through the early. If you guys have ever played Limbo in chat, there's like this big spider thing in Limbo. And like through the early stages of this game, there's this thing that's sometimes crawling around in the foreground, and you're like, man, that looks like the spider thing from Limbo. And that's just become a real character for me, and it stole like some water thing and ran off with it. And I'm now chasing it down. And that was a pretty cool thing to see, actually, that this random thing in the background ended up becoming like a character. And I know exactly what you mean. Like, it feels very Disney-ish, and I like want to know more about that guy, but he's moved away, and now I've got to figure out where the hell I'm going. And I'm scared I've got the wrong pickups and stuff because I can't break through certain walls or something. I'm like, oh, please.
There's
I'm not entirely sure if I screwed myself out of stuff, but so far it's been a lot of fun. So that's one thing I've been doing this week, at the very least.
I don't think you could really screw your. Oh, you mean your upgrades? I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I played differently, but I never felt like I was like screwed in any way. Not unlike Metal Gear. I played through the first Metal Gear, not Metal Gear Solid 1, Metal Gear 1. Okay, MGX.
Wait, there's a difference?
Yeah. Metal Gear. Without the Solid. The Metal Gear Solid was for PlayStation, and Metal Gear 1 was for, I think, Nintendo. I'm playing on the PS. Yeah, you didn't know there was Metal.
All right, yeah, I got a question for you then.
Mm-hmm.
What is the Metal Gear?
It's like this weapon that they always build in these series that's supposed to be like, it has nuclear bombs strapped to it, and it could like destroy the world, and Snake always goes in to destroy it. That's pretty much what I know about.
I'm so happy that was your response, and there actually is a thing, because I feel like Metal Gear Solid is like it's not even a thing. It's just the name of the franchise. It's like asking, what is the Final Fantasy? What is it?
Oh,
do you know what I mean? Like it's one of those weird things.
Yeah, Metal Gear. There's actually a Metal Gear that you fight at the end.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I beat it today. I'm just
congrats.
It
Where's
was
your time?
Oh, it's not saying where it was, the platforms it was for. Interesting. Somebody in chat will tell me if it was for Nintendo. I'm pretty sure it was for the first Nintendo system. The NES. This was actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. At first I was like, whoa, this is a bit rough, because there's certain sections of the game where it feels like if you have to find these sections, right? And it could be like,
right,
you have to punch this wall. They introduce this mechanic where you have to punch a wall to see if it's breakable by a plastic explosive. And there's some things that you need to get behind these walls, and there's walls everywhere. It's a game. It's walls everywhere. It's top down. You see your character walk around, and it's like how you're supposed to know to get these things. Like it's a little ridiculous, because you won't be able to move on unless you find these like pieces. And
right.
Like a uniform, for instance, that you had to get from an explosive wall, and be able to progress with the story to like the next building. And it's like, man, like I can't imagine if I didn't like sat around and punched, like there was this big huge maze area that I just kept punching around to find it. And I was like, man, what if I missed this? I wouldn't have remembered. Like, this is one of those games where you played as a kid where you never beat it. You just kept, starting over, and you memorize what different places were in the game. You memorized where items were. Like, you had to memorize the game in order to beat it, But that's over time after playing it for months. You ever had games like that when you were younger?
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's a process, It wasn't like, of course, the game can be beat in like 30 minutes, like tops, Normally, for me, it took me about 4 to 5 hours. I would say about 5 hours, because there was a lot of like backtracking and trying to figure out where to go.
That's a little shorter than I was expecting, actually.
Yeah. I would expect, though, people who are not used to the old types, like, you have to really understand where the game is coming from, and if you're not good at that, then you might have a harder time. You might have a harder time. Of course there are guides. So if you do get lost, you can use a guide if you want. I'm pretty sure GameFAQs has one or whatever like that. Every GameFAQs has everything. But
GameFAQs is literally like the best website if you want a message board for an old game.
Yeah.
Or a game, like a weird game. Best place.
But I gotta say, the stuff that from the older games, the game messing with you and stuff, like, it's in this game. And it's just weird. I feel like the strongest...
Give me an example.
Like there's a time... All right, I guess it's spoilers, it doesn't matter, right? Well,
dude,
well,
no, of course not.
Well, there's this guy. I'm
Yeah.
not going to say his name, just in case you want to...
He's
helping you. I know. All right, anyways, all right, everyone knows Big Boss. All right, Big Boss is a traitor in the first game. All right, Big Boss is a traitor.
Ooh, dude, why did you spoil that for me? I wanted to play.
All right, so Big Boss is the leader of Foxhound, and he's with you throughout the whole game. He's on the radio. You're constantly using the radio and talking to him. He's telling you different tips and stuff to do, and like right here. And he's just giving you tips, and there's other people on the radio as well, Dana, whatever, giving you tips, helping you out throughout these places, giving you tips on what to do. Here's an example of him punching the wall and opening it. And when there's a point at the end of the game where he tells you to do things that are wrong. Okay?
Right?
All of a sudden, the whole game he's telling you to do stuff. But at the end of the game, near the end of the game, he's like, "Oh,
that is dirty.
Oh, go quickly, go into the right truck, all the way to the right truck, and it takes you to the beginning of the game, and you have to go,
really,
and you have to go through the whole like I mean, obviously these areas are easier to get through now that you have all the cards and all that type of stuff, but the enemies respawn like every single time, so. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.
That's actually amazing.
Yeah, and the whole part with when you play as Raiden in Metal Gear Solid 2, where I guess whatever. Someone tells you to turn off your PlayStation or put in the next disc. It does it in this one too, and it's just like, what is this? Like I
really?
Yeah, he really messes with you. He really messes with you. And
that sounds really fun.
And I had a blast. The last hour of this game was just really cool. Really cool.
So after you realized he was messing with you, did it then become obvious just to ignore him or what?
Yeah. I definitely ignored him, but okay.
What's going on?
Don't worry about that.
What?
everything over here crashed. It's fine. It's totally fine. People on SoundCloud don't know what I'm talking about. It's fine.
Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
It just crashed. All right. So, yeah, you still see what he's saying because there's an option to look at the message or not. But it's just weird to hear him keep talking to you. Oh, do this. Oh, do that. Oh, do this. And you're like, no, I'm not gonna do that. You're like telling me false stuff. And I don't know. It's just great. It's a good game.
Does this make you interested in playing more of the franchise?
Oh, I'm playing all of the franchise. I'm playing all of it.
What, dude? Why? How much time? What? That's gonna take ages.
Yeah, there's about 8 games. It's fine.
So what have you got next? What's next?
Part 2, Metal Gear 2, which is supposed to be a better version, probably like how Fallout 1 was, better version of Fallout 2.
Fallout 2.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's next, and that's
I've
also
got a question
one
for
too.
you.
Yeah.
Would you rather play Fallout 2 or Fallout 4 for the first time? Fresh experience.
Fresh experience. Fallout 2 or Fallout 4?
Yeah.
Wow, where did that question come from? For the first time, I'd rather play Fallout 2, to be honest.
Oh, that's where it came from, because that's controversy. That's amazing.
Because Fallout 2 is a better game when it comes down to...
Now he sounds like the hipster. Just saying.
It is, though. Like, people who play Fallout 2 know what I'm saying. Like, people who played it and enjoyed Fallout 2 would probably agree with me. 90% of the time, because when you played the old games, you knew what Fallout was, and you can see that Bethesda kind of missed that a little bit in Fallout 3, but it was still kind of there. And you could see New Vegas, because the original developers were working on New Vegas. You could see that it was a Fallout game, right? It was Fallout 2 mixed in with Fallout 3. And then Fallout 4 was just more Bethesda stuff of just the...
Who's the other group? Did you say Obsidian?
Yes, Obsidian.
Do you think that there'll be like a Fallout? Yeah, there'll be a New Vegas.
A new Commonwealth is what we called it on TOVG. New Commonwealth.
Oh, really? This conversation came up, did it?
Oh yeah, of course. Me and Super Bunny Hop, we've both played throughout the games, so that's what we are gushing over. And that would be awesome, but I don't think that's gonna happen. That would be awesome though. I would think Fallout 5 or Fallout 4.5 would be a lot better than 4, and they would listen to the people and make it a better game and not just have like the house stuff.
It's been weird. I've seen negativity about the game creep up and up and up. I mean, the hype for the game was just unbelievable. It was all people could talk about, and it really feels like it's just kicked back now, and everyone's just sort of complaining about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know how the internet
look at chat
is.
right now. Fallout 4 doesn't feel like a Fallout game. Fallout 4 is just bad, to be honest. It's basically Minecraft at this point. Fallout 4 threw off the last resemblance of the RPG it had left in the franchise.
It's not bad. I think the internet tends to over-exaggerate a lot because you know what you notice is that when people like I've been looking up headphones and stuff and other gear, and people like to say, oh, like this is the best headphones or this is the best headphones for the price. Yeah. But because they can't get the good stuff, they say, oh, it's not it. Oh, this one is way better than that $1,000 pair of headphones. And I feel like that happens with games where people can't buy the game, so therefore they say it's bad and they haven't even touched it. Now, if you've played the game, you've spent $60, then you can have an opinion on if it's bad or not. Not because you watched a review, because there's a difference from watching a review and
Are you trying to say that the people who don't like it are people who have just watched reviewers?
Not all of them, but I tend to see that a lot.
Really?
When you're like, oh, did you play it? No. Like, you see that opinion a lot where people just, they don't play it. They just go by their favorite YouTubers, what they're saying. And they need to have their own experience. And that's with everything. It has nothing, games is one subject, but that's with everything.
Yeah.
But I tend to see that a lot. And but it's the whole thing. People want to justify their purchase, and so they say that bad game is good or whatever.
The only thing that scares me with the Fallout stuff is I'm not a Fallout fan really, but I'm a huge Elder Scrolls fan, and so I'm kind of scared that it's like, oh, don't lose your touch, Bethesda, please don't lose your touch. Yeah, I need you to make another good Elder Scrolls next.
That's the most scary part, and that's the most scary part. Is like, did they lose their touch because Fallout 4 was just not the normal Bethesda game, It was more like a big
they added so much settlement
pack.
stuff?
Huh?
Do you think it's because they added so much settlement stuff?
I think they spent a lot of time on the gameplay and stuff like that because maybe they thought that people don't care about the story anyway, and what people care about mostly is the gameplay, and that's what was lacking in the Fallout games, to be honest. And people modded it to be better, and maybe
what rocks the boat further with the whole Elder Scrolls next thing as well is, they've got to move to a new engine, right? Like, we're just expecting it. Like, they've got to for the next year. So not only is there like this rockiness, but then there's the rockiness of, oh yeah, we're gonna have a whole new engine, potentially even more buggy, than what we are currently used to, which is another scary thing to me.
Yeah, I don't want the bugs to be like, oof. Like the Fallout 4 stuff. It's a different kind of bug. Yes, it's more stable than any of their games. You can actually play Fallout 4, but man.
Well, there you go. There's something nice to say about it.
Well, there's a lot of nice things to say about Fallout 4. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like it much. I didn't like it as much as I like my old stuff.
Do you know what I noticed?
Yeah.
Over time, people's opinions get more extreme.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when we first talked about Fallout, you're like, yeah, it's got lots of good stuff. There's a few things that are a bit off about it. And week after week, we come back to it.
No, I've always didn't like it. I've always didn't like it.
I didn't enjoy it. No, I didn't like it at all.
I've always didn't like it.
That was a crap game, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh, I've always didn't like it, but it's not a bad game. Anyways, we're gonna get off the Fallout topic
Wait,
before
yeah,
you
yeah,
put
back
me
to
under a
Metal Gear.
bus.
Tell me how many games you're expecting to play through, in all seriousness, right now.
What, for Metal Gear?
Yeah.
I have the Legacy Collector's Edition. It has Metal Gear, Metal Gear 2, Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear VR missions.
So
Metal
when
Gear
it goes
2,
to Solid, what's the deal?
3, Snake, Peace Walker, and then 4, and then I go to 5. And what was the question?
Why does it suddenly become Solid at some point?
I think it's a change in character. I have to play through the game.
Are
I'm
you
not
already
a lore
playing a
guy.
Solid Snake?
Yeah, I am playing Solid Snake right now, yeah.
Or is he just called Snake at the moment? And when he becomes Solid, boom.
That is usually what I think, but I think there's a little bit more to the story now. That's usually what I think. And oh my gosh, George is a lore nerd when it comes down to it, and he can't wait to hear what I have to say about the story, because he says Metal Gear gets really weird.
Yeah, I
like
saw
at third one or the second one, somewhere.
I saw some reviews for it, and yeah, it was like a really weird mix of styles, and like like it would seem really realistic and weird, but at the same time, it would have like crazy supernatural and extreme and fantastical like plot lines going on at the same time.
Yeah,
like a really crazy blend of stuff. Yeah.
Well, I want to sneak this in here. I've been playing I beat Metal Gear, wow, Little Big Planet 3.
Oh, damn. Okay, you've beaten it now.
All right, so this is a game that me and my wife likes a lot. I talked about it last time. It is we beat it, and I got to say, man, I don't know how they did in sales. Hopefully they did okay, but I haven't heard anything of this game, and this game was like, it was fantastic. Like, it was really well done. Like,
yeah?
the levels were so fun. Like, really, the mechanics were just on point. Like, don't you know where you come when you play a good platformer or any type of platformer game, and it's just like it feels right. The mechanics just feels right, even though there's a few floaty things in Little Big Planet that doesn't feel right with the controls, but some mechanics just feel so right that when you die, you know why you died. It is a blend of challenge and just pure fun.
Okay, can I tell you my favorite side-scrolling platformer of all time?
Sonic.
No, not Sonic.
Of course not. Why would it be?
Funnily enough, though, I was
right.
more of a Sonic player than I was like any others when I was younger.
Super Mario.
This is going to be a big majority opinion. Maybe there's some other games. There's probably some other games. There's other games I like for different values, but I seriously think I cannot remember being excited about completing levels and enjoying any more than Super Mario World.
I gotta say,
Disagree?
that was my favorite. No, it's probably one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah, right? Like going to the Star Worlds and then
Still
unlocking
to
all the
this day,
stuff,
too.
getting all the colored Yoshis. All right, so the point is, compare.
No, nothing can hold up, because
nothing
can hold up to Super Mario World.
Dead game.
Yeah, dead. Yeah, no, it's not that. It's not that Little Big Planet 3 is not good enough to be held to that, but like Super Mario World, I've played not only when I was a kid, but later on in life multiple times. It's just a clean, super clean game.
Right.
Just clean in every way, in terms of enemies and the amount of levels that are all fun. Like, how is that even possible? How is it even possible? Like, this game is it is a diamond, a nice, not unshaven. You know what I'm saying? It's not in the rough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a pure just.
That makes it better, does it?
Yeah, just my gosh. Super Mario World. If you haven't played that, then I don't even know. I don't even know.
It's a really easy game to get into as well, guys.
Yeah, man. Can you?
When I was younger,
someone who hasn't played that.
When I was younger, after my parents got divorced, my mum very briefly was dating this guy who had a son.
Oh.
And I had, what was it? Was it for the Game Boy Advance or the Game Boy Color? I don't know. I had Super Mario World for the handheld though. All right.
Oh, Super Mario World Advance 2, I think it was called.
Well, he had another Super Mario game where you like pick stuff up out of the ground and stuff. It was. I think it was like.
It's Super Mario World 2. No, Super Mario 2
or something. Well, Golden Coins 2 or something. I can't remember. All right.
Oh,
but he had this, and I was talking about Super Mario World, and I'd played it loads, and I loved it. I played it a lot for the handheld, and we agreed to have a trade. He was like, "Yeah, look, I got a cool Mario game. It's probably better. Let's do it. Let's trade." Traded the games. Never saw him again. And when I put it in to play what we traded, it was awful. It didn't even like scroll the camera properly. You like walked to the edge of the screen, then it paused the entire game for like 3 seconds while it then scrolled. Then you get regained control every time you hit the edge of a screen, up, down, left, and right. It was the worst thing in the world. It was a terrible Mario game, and I never saw the guy again. So that was when I lost Super Mario World.
Wait a minute. The one for Game Boy?
I don't know what handheld it was. It was for a handheld. There was a good one, like the
Super
5
Mario
Golden
Land,
Stars or something.
It could have been Super Mario Land 2. I think was with the coins one, and you have to go in a big overworld, and it was like a big flubby one. Like
that was good. That was good. There was another one though. Maybe chat. Yes, chat. No, Strizel says. Okay, he says it's Super Mario 2, the turnip game. Yeah, because you get all these turnips out of the ground.
Super Mario 2. That wasn't a Super Mario game. It was a reskin game. Super Mario 2.
Well, it sucked. What do you mean it was a reskin game?
It wasn't made. It was a game that was called something else and got reskinned over here as Super Mario 2.
Why? How did they legally do that? That was terrible.
It wasn't terrible. It was good. It was good.
Dude, compare it to Super Mario World. Is that a worthwhile trade?
No, it was not.
You're damn right it's not.
No, it was not. You got ripped, okay? You got so ripped. It wasn't bad. It was, it was different. It was different, definitely.
All right, yeah, but I was a kid. I didn't care about different.
You don't remember
those
little dino monsters that would shoot their own eggs at you?
Yes.
Their own children? Yeah, and you had to pick it up and
you had to like jump on it to get across big gaps and stuff.
Yeah, it was good. It was good, man.
Dude, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm sad now. I'm sad. I want the podcast to be over. This is just depressed me. These are bad memories. This is why I never wrote a letter to myself. It would bring up all these unresolved issues that I had.
Why do you have fire truck? Don't tell me you're talking about that video.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the video.
Why?
Guys, so I don't know how many of the live audience watch it after it's gone up. But Matt why was that video in there at the end of the last pod? You randomly edited in the fire truck video. I'd link to you. Why?
Because I like putting stuff at the end. It's like a little treat for people who make it down there.
Well, that's all I wanted to ask. If you guys didn't see it, you should definitely check it out. It's like the weirdest video ever. I saw this thing of a fire truck, the fact that big fire engines, so that they can move fast, they can actually like drift, right? Or they can like strafe, all right? They can strafe because they don't just turn their front wheels, but they turn their back wheels too. And you get a guy sitting on the back of the fire truck who has his own wheel, and he turns the back wheels, and it makes him do these crazy cool moves on motorways and stuff. Anyway, I found out about that and ended up on this weird YouTube video where there's just this guy filming fire trucks. And he's like, the fire trucks can move. It's so weird. Yeah, there you go. It's on there. What is it? And it was the weirdest video. And then Matt decided to just put it on the pod. So I was like, why? I just had to bring it up.
Yeah, dude. Like, I guess it's some old guy just having some fun with a camera, man.
Old guy? He sounds young. He sounds like a 13-year-old.
Oh, dude, you see this picture here? You see, he's right here. Hi. And he gives like a nice little creepy smile. Look at that. Look at that smile, dude.
Damn.
That boy's
it's just
happy.
Weird.
That boy, or sad. Hold up. It's a
like,
smile
the
that's
camera's
happy
shaking
and sad at the
it's
same
just
time.
his hand. The camera's shaking because it's just his hand, obviously. But it's such a weird video. I like to think he's just bursting with enthusiasm because a fire truck has finally appeared near him. It's weird. Damn, he's so much older than I was.
Take out his camera phone and record it.
Look, this is this is mean behavior we're doing here. We shouldn't be doing this. This is like doxing or something. All right. I know it's publicly available on the internet, but still.
It's fine, dude. It's fine. I'll just leave that there for all you guys watching live. There you go.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that
Yeah.
smile, dude. Look at that smile.
I started playing another game yesterday.
Whoa. Slow down. Don't hurt
Now,
yourself.
unfortunately, the story's very similar to Ori and the Blind Forest, and I haven't played it very much yet.
What is your life right now? Like what?
Well,
Are
I
you
don't get much
happy? Are you
opportunity.
happy?
What are you talking about? Look, I
Are you
was playing
happy?
it, but I got really sleepy last night, so
I
I went to bed.
hope you're happy. Like you get up in the morning and you're like, life is good. You know. I hope.
Yeah, I am happy. It's damn good. It's
Okay.
damn good.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, the game was Divinity: Original Sin,
Oh, I have the enhanced version.
Enhanced Edition, baby. Yeah. So
Mhm.
replaying it because Enhanced came out. It's got dual wielding now.
So
It's
what is
fully
the
voiced
difference?
now, Matt.
Fully voiced. Everything is voiced.
Fully voiced. The only things that aren't voiced are like books that you pick up, but all the NPCs are fully voiced.
1 out of 10. Everything.
No, come on, dude. It's a crazy difference. The amount that they had to voice to get that fully voiced is ridiculous.
I know, and I'm gonna. Oh,
They've got loads of new skills in there. There's wands now. Enemies have new like
I'm gonna have me a good
formations and
time.
tactics and stuff. There's a
Oh, yeah.
ridiculous amount of stuff. I've only just scratched the surface though.
Mm.
But yeah.
I'm
Terry
gonna
and I
rip me
are playing
through.
that.
Oh, oh, I can't wait. I have it on the hard drive. It's just waiting for me. I'm thinking I have it from GOG, so I'm just gonna install it on my wife's I bought her a laptop for Christmas, so I'll install it. Yeah,
wait.
like
Does
she
she
needed
not
it for
listen
her
to the
job.
podcast? You know, just spoil this.
No, she doesn't listen to podcasts, you know. So,
Wow, why not?
She
What's
doesn't
wrong?
have time, you know. She doesn't have time for me. Anyways, why did you say anything? Why did you leave me hanging there? Why does this happen more often? You're supposed to say something. I'm supposed to play on it. You're messing with the chemistry, man.
Because it was funny.
So I'm gonna
funny.
install on her laptop, and we're gonna sit next to each other and play.
Oh, dude, that's gonna be so good. That's good. Do you want one little bit of advice for me? Having already played it co-op. Just
Make
tiny-
choices for her. Don't let her.
No.
make any choices?
No.
Okay.
Well, number one, she might struggle a little. I don't know how adept she is at like RPGs, but it can be kind of involved. It's the kind of RPG though where you can 100% help her out all the time. But here's my one bit of advice, right?
Okay.
As you adventure with her, there's going to be a lot of decisions you end up making, and try to be a bit of a contrarian. The game's a lot more fun if Marjorie's going to want something and you decide you want the other thing, and then you like have to fight it out, have like a battle of wits between the two characters to see,
And that's
to see
all
actually
voiced.
what ends up happening. The game's more fun.
And
when
that's
you
all
do that.
voiced.
Yes,
you-
and it's all voiced, yeah.
When you're talking to each other and arguing and all that
Yes.
extra dialogue. Holy
Yep.
crap!
All of it's all voiced.
Oh my
It's all voiced.
gosh!
And if you cannot come to an agreement after that discussion, you get into a rock, paper, scissors game. And you can influence the rock, paper, scissors if you start building your personality stat and they don't. It's good. It's cool.
Wow. Oh
Yeah.
man, I can't wait. I think that's it. I think that's all I played. I think that's all I played. Is that it for you? Or are we gonna move on to
Wait. All week, all you played was 5 hours of Metal Gear.
No, and Little Big Planet. And
I know something you played.
What did I play?
Maple Story.
I am play Maple Story Reboot Edition without any cash shop stuff. I didn't do that.
I know that didn't happen.
No. No. So I watched Star Wars. I watched Star Wars.
Wait, did you actually watch Star Wars?
No. I watched. All right. So I watched a despecialized version of the first film last night.
Despecialized.
All right. Yeah. So I'm getting my wife ready because she hasn't watched Star Wars before. She's watched bits and pieces on the TV or whatever, but she hasn't actually watched Star Wars before. Like, you know, she didn't know a lot about it at all. So I know it didn't stick with her as much as it stuck with me when I was young. I was like, oh my gosh, Star Wars, you got to watch Star Wars. So we're preparing for the movie. I don't want to go because the movie theater I usually go to is very like packed, and I know that a bunch of Star Wars people are gonna be there, so I'd rather just wait a couple days, avoid the internet, avoid Twitter, and then go watch it, you know, peacefully without any angry nerds going crazy in the comments. I mean, not in the comments. It's basically the comments. In the movie theater. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna try to go to one that has less ignorant people in it.
God, listen to you, dude. You're basically talking about how you can avoid the crowds.
Listen. I
like
went. All right, for Thanksgiving. I forgot to tell this. For Thanksgiving, we my little sister was over. We watched Hunger Games. Right? We watched the last couple films, and then we went to go see the movie.
Okay.
We went to go see the movie. We went at, like the nice time, like 5 o'clock, where the tickets are really cheap and whatnot.
This is the nice time. Wait, tickets change based on time of day for you?
Yeah, it does. Like
really?
$5.
Why are we
compared
whispering?
to 10 something.
Okay.
Yeah. So we go there, and so it's just me, my wife, and my little sister. We sit down, and we're like, okay, we're gonna have a good time. Then we hear, "Oh no, don't do it, girl. What's wrong with you?"
Oh.
Right behind us, there's just two ladies, and I think maybe one of them is a very feminine guy. I didn't want to look back. But one of them was very just
ladies.
What the voice, the voice was just a little like, oh, you can't be sure these days, you know what I'm saying? So like,
you really couldn't tell.
I couldn't tell. One of them was definitely a woman, grown up woman, and another one, I don't know. Sometimes the voice changed based on.
All right. Doesn't matter to the story. Then.
Okay. Well, you told me to explain.
All right. I'm with you. I know why we're whispering now. Why we got quiet with the story.
Anyways, so throughout the whole movie, and when I mean the whole movie, she's literally commenting on everything that Katniss does. No, girl,
really?
I told you that was gonna happen. I told you that was gonna, and nobody's just. No one says shush. No one says shut up.
Wait, but you're part of that.
No, I don't want. My little sister's there. I don't want to be like, woman, shut up.
Yeah, your little sister's having
that.
the movie ruined for her because of this woman.
Dude, she.
You could have done the passive aggressive thing and left the theater to get the manager and been like, yeah, that person, and then just sneak back in and they don't know who did it.
And then tell them like, oh, I could do the thing like when I used to tell my security guard to tell the other person to shut up, stop their music. Be like, come up like an hour later, like later. So when I come up to the door,
I'm in a restaurant. What?
yeah. Like, oh, it wasn't me that told on you. Yeah, I could do the same thing with that, but no, I don't know if that would work. It just was worse than the Jamaican lady that I had before. Oh my gosh, no, she did not. No, it was worse than that one. This one was the worst movie experience I've ever had. Huh?
Wow.
It was the worst movie experience I ever had. I enjoyed the movie, but holy crap, it was bad. Anyways, I watched. If people don't know what the despecialized version of Star Wars is George Lucas
added a rock to a cave.
No,
and nobody knows how they got past the rock. So it's like, why did you add the rock there, bro?
He replaced many scenes of like people in costumes with CGI, like computer generated like outfits and stuff like that. He replaced the music and sound. He added like voices, like the most famous he had like a lot of stuff. He really messed up the movie.
You know what the most famous one is though, right?
What?
The scene in the bar with Han Solo where he shoots first now. You know about this?
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, go ahead.
So it's almost like a meme level thing now. For people that don't know, it's Han shot first. And in the original shooting of the movies, Han Solo sat like at a bar. An alien comes up to him. I'm not a big Star Wars fan. All right, just to clarify here. But he shoots in the original version, he shoots first, and so then the whole character of Han Solo through that first movie, you're like, oh, is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? Do we trust him? Don't we trust him? He's a really interesting character because you don't know where his motivations truly lie, because he just cold-blooded murdered this guy before he was even really threatened. But then Lucas went back and changed the whole scene so that the alien shoots first. And because the alien shoots first, now it's just Han defending himself. And now he's basically just a white knight the entire way through. And now his character's really boring. So that's like the number one thing people hate that changed about Star Wars, like in terms of like the recuts and the re-edits. And do you remember what happened in that scene on your watch through? Did he shoot first or second?
I think he shoot first. I think he shot first. I may be wrong here.
There's been like a few of them. One added loads of CGI and one a while ago that changed.
Yeah. This guy Frankensteined from all sorts of like all sorts of films, all sorts of like the DVD version, the Laserdisc version, and just like tried to up-res it as much as possible to make it look nice. And it looked very, very nice for an old film.
That's cool.
Despecialized is the version. That's what it's called. I'm not just making up words.
That's
GR3. It's made by a guy who just Frankenstein everything together and try to put all the original stuff together. And it's good. It's really good. I remember watching the regular version, the George Lucas version, on TV, but I mean, I don't remember enough from it to be like, oh, I'm watching this version, but I just wanted to watch the original films. I wanted to watch the Despecialized version. I did, because the first time I saw it, I watched a video on what they changed, and I was just like, whoa.
Yeah. That's literally
really
what I was about
messed
to
it
say.
Up. He really messed it up. I don't want to watch that.
There's a lot of good videos out there that show like exactly what the differences are and why people don't like certain ones and stuff.
Yeah. So, and this is Star Wars 4, 5, and 6. So we can watch it up leading up to Star Wars 7, which is good.
Can I say something that honestly I don't think I should say, because I don't really like people that would say this kind of thing?
Okay.
All right. And I really don't like that I'm about to say this, but I feel like I have to. All right. I feel pretty good about myself because I don't give a damn about Star Wars, and the internet is collectively crapping their pants. Everyone is freaking out. There is so much unnecessary, boring, stupid hysteria where I'm sitting on a soapbox.
Are you about to do some spoiler stuff right now?
No. I'm not going to spoil anything. I don't even know anything. Here's the thing, right? Everyone is freaking out. There's like all these PSAs going up on Reddit. Avoid 4chan, guys, because there's Star Wars spoilers there. On like the Guild Wars 2 subreddit, there are Star Wars spoilers in LFG. Be careful, everyone. There are like messages going up. Oh, we're the mods and we've already been spoiled. We've taken the bullet for you. Don't worry about that, guys. We've done it. And then thousands of people responding saying, "You're amazing. You're the best thing ever. Thank you for being spoiled so that I don't have to." And people are just like pooing themselves over it. And I'm just like, because I don't care about Star Wars. I think it's the most stupid thing in the world. And I kind of like the cruel justice, the cruel, wonderful thing about the world. I wouldn't give a damn if I saw a Star Wars spoiler and I've not seen a single one. So I've been so tempted the past, since the movie came out, to throw a tweet up where I say I've not been spoiled for Star Wars, and I really couldn't give a damn if I was. Poetic justice or something horrible. I hate what I'm saying right now, but it's
hipster winning potatoes. Classic.
Dude, it sucked. It just looks so stupid to me. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry. It's just hysteria over something that I don't care about. And I feel like one of these old, stupid, hipster douchebag guys. Everything I just said, I hate that I just said. But whatever,
let me wrap up Star Wars. I watched the first movie, and I gotta say that a lot of it doesn't hold up, but it is a good movie. It is a good movie for a lot of reasons, more than just the story. But I feel like it was cut up a little bit too hard. I think there's certain scenes that just feel, the pacing just feels weird, and Luke doesn't grief enough that his uncle and auntie die. It's just a lot of weird things that just doesn't come off very well in the first movie. But I would say like the costumes and the music and the story, even though it's kind of like chopped up, it's pretty decent. I really like me and my wife really enjoyed it. For an older movie, obviously taking that into account. But,
the hard thing is obviously viewing it as audiences would have originally viewed it. Like, you can know factually, there hadn't been any. You can know factually what the previous good sci-fi movies were, and you can kind of get a feel-ish, but you'll never know exactly how those costumes and settings and CGI, for a lack of a better term, like you'll never know how good all that stuff really was and how revolutionary it was and exciting it was to have lived it in 87. We can just sort of imagine. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Personally, I think the costumes are great. Like that, there was not one costume that just like took me out of the movie. Like I love it. And then when I see J.J. Abrams, like he keeps showing up all these monsters and creatures that he has in the new film, and it just looks great. And I was just like, wow. Like I love that type of stuff. I rather that than CGI, because if you have the money, the budget to hire these guys to build these incredible costumes, like just ridiculous. Like these people are like cramped up in there, like pulling all these strings and stuff, and it just looks so freaking good. I can't wait to see it just because of some of all the practical effects.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Jabba the Hutt looks so gross with the CGI. Oh my gosh! Like,
can I be a bit of a grump again, just for a little while?
Sure.
Let me ask you one question, Matt. That's all. Do you think Star Wars movies are twist movies? Is Star Wars like The Sixth Sense?
No.
Are they thrillers? Okay, all right. So just to finish the spoiler thing, someone said in chat, to be fair, it's a big deal when it comes to spoilers. When it comes to Star Wars, is it a big deal? I'm sorry, I distinctly remember a discussion where people were talking about the whole Darth Vader being the father thing and how much of a big reveal that actually was. And it sounds like most audiences at the time knew anyway because of that spoiler. Right? Like, there's not actually major twist occurrences. These are action movies. These are adventure movies. These are like high sci-fi movies. There's a lot more to enjoy about them than just whatever.
I agree with you to a point, but I would say for the new Star Wars movie, I mean, it's a huge thing. I mean, people have been waiting for
it's a big movie,
update.
but I don't think that means that spoilers are particularly worse for this movie than any other.
For me, it would be. I agree with you to a point. Like, it's definitely, even if I got spoiled, I would still enjoy the movie regardless. But
just because you care a lot about the movie, it would suck.
It would suck. It would suck if I found out like the evil guy is someone's father or whatever like that. That would suck. But it's not gonna hamper any of the experience. So I agree with you there. But like, I want everything to be fresh. I want to go in there and just have a good time. I don't care. I don't care.
Can you tell me when and where exactly you're watching it? Because I might hire someone to shout stuff like, "Don't go through that door!"
Yeah.
Oh no, he didn't.
Oh no, Han Solo, you shot first.
And if you get them kicked out, I'll pay them so much money that they'll want to go back in.
Oh my gosh.
Sneak back in.
Oh, it was the worst. Like, you guys think I'm over exaggerating. I am not. I thought it was like it was someone was recording this. Like, don't you know when you just feel like, no, this has to be
this must be a prank.
Right, like, where's the camera? Like, no, the lady was just having a good time, just screaming out all sorts of stuff. Having intimate conversations with her loved one or sister or brother. I don't know. And anyways, I finished Jessica Bones because Jessica likes to bone. It's good. It's good.
Do the raunchy sex scenes get any better?
No, they stopped that halfway.
Really?
I guess in the beginning, they captivate all the audiences that like that type of stuff, and then they actually get serious and actually make a show.
I was gonna watch it if there was more, but I guess I won't now.
Oh, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's everywhere,
Oh,
man.
cool,
Every
cool.
episode. Every episode. Yeah,
There's a lot of
yeah.
nudity, yeah?
Yeah. Everywhere.
All right, good.
Everywhere.
Good.
Okay. Yeah. If you want that, watch Spartacus. I still don't know how I got through Spartacus because literally
Actually, I
every
never got through
single
Sparkers.
scene.
I got through the first 2 episodes and stopped.
Why? Why did you stop?
It bored me. I had a friend a couple of years ago, and I told him to watch a certain series, and he told me to watch a certain series. Like, we traded because we talked about these TV shows we loved so much. And he gave me Spartacus. He watched what it was that I gave him and really enjoyed it. But I got through like 2 episodes of Spartacus and I just couldn't watch anymore.
Well, there's that, and there's also Black Cell. Black Cell loves those scenes there.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
All right. So, Jessica Jones is good. I heard someone on Twitter was just like, those scenes, you know, it's you know, she was abused, and it's nice to see that they have fun or whatever. And I respect that. But that was the first episode and the second episode, but then it started to go a little bit too far. But anyways, that's all I watched. And of course Shield and mid-season finale and pretty good stuff.
Oh, someone specifically asked you about that yesterday.
Yeah.
Last week.
Yeah, mid-season finale. I watched that, and it was kind of predictable a little bit, but it was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. I like Shield, man. It turned from one of my like, this is gonna be like another Arrow show that I watch to like, wow, this is probably one of the best TV shows I watch on TV right now. Sadly, no Castle or anything is coming out. Castle's been on the fritz. But anyways, that is pretty much it. Anything more before we move on to questions? Anything?
No, I don't think so. I think I've pretty much summed up my week quite well.
Yeah.
Well, the main thing, the only other thing I'd really want to talk to you about, which you haven't seemed too interested about on Skype, and I doubt the audience would be very interested in, but was my new like recording setup and process, which I'm like ridiculously hyped about, is what I've spent most of my time this week doing.
Reaper. I still like. I've heard it. I've been looking up a lot of audio stuff lately, and I've been hearing Reaper now and then, and I'm like,
dude, it's so good. I stopped using the evaluation copy and spent 40 quid to buy a proper license for myself to use this
40
software.
quid is not that bad.
No,
Holy
it's
crap,
not. I mean, compared to
all.
Audacity, which was free and open source, it had to pack some good stuff in with it. But I ended up on this website where this guy was talking about first of all, people keep telling me, like voice professionals keep telling me, hey, you should put a bit of reverb onto your voice so it doesn't sound so dry, and it will sound more natural. And I'm like, oh, okay. But, you know, I did just soundproof my room to stop the echoiness. And they're like, yeah, but, you know, you can have control exactly how, you know, with a bit of reverb. I don't know whether, the question in my mind was, I was like, this sounds really weird. And whenever I played with it, it seemed really weird. I was like, do people just like doing that for songs, for vocals in music? Because often those worlds collide, you know, like microphone reviews you find and different EQ that people suggest and all kinds of stuff. A lot of it's for music, and what I want specifically is for voice, you know, for radio, for audio booking, for stuff like that. So I ended up looking online, recommended Reaper stuff for that, and this guy ended up like showing me all these crazy things about the way that he records with Reaper when he's audiobooking, where he's doing professional like voiceover sound stuff. And by utilizing some of that stuff, I've basically eliminated like 30 minutes worth of production time out of every video I make that's post commentary. 30 minutes. It's like the biggest jump I've ever experienced. It's mental. So I'm like super pumped, dude. It's been a big week for that. There.
Geeks, guys, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah.
Geeks.
See, look, I may be a mono gamer, but do I at least get a bit of geek cred in some places?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
I say that so you can sleep at night. Anyways, guys, if you want to leave a question,
why would I want to be a nerd, Matt? Right.
If you want to leave a question, leave it down below. Put Matt Visual or Wooden Potato so we can actually see the question in black. Also, a fun little fact that I was watching a video and they were saying that George Lucas said to Leia that there is no underwear in space.
What?
So she had to like tape like tape her breast to herself, and
Use what, like nipple tape?
no, I guess like she like bandaged it up, like kind of like I don't know. I've seen this before in some other stuff.
What is this in the newest movie?
No. In the old movies. And I was like, what do you mean there's no underwear in space? Like how?
Well,
how's that a
maybe
thing?
because it's a lot cleaner up there.
I
To the
don't know.
point
I don't know.
people.
I feel like George Lucas. He like
Oh, come
mistakenly.
on, dude. What? Don't pull one random quote like that out of context and use it as a judgment call on his personality. Let's not do that.
No, I'm gonna be judgmental. I'm gonna be judgmental.
Why? You don't even know the context of the conversation.
I think I've learned enough. I think I've learned enough
Really?
just by that one. I'm judging him.
Well, damn.
I'm judging him.
Well,
That's right,
look,
damn
we
it.
got a nice amount of like
A lot of people
wobble
judge you all the time, right?
on her chesticles over
Keep
those
seeing
movies
that in
because
the-
of that creative decision.
Winnie Potatoes, he's just a fanboy.
Yeah, I'm a Star Wars fanboy. Do you know what? All right, name me. Tell me something you think I like. Anything, but just like something arbitrary.
What?
If
do
you can't do it,
like?
I've got a great one.
All right, you go.
All right, people in the UK, okay,
Uh-huh.
will know that there are these vans that drive around on our streets, okay, kebab
Alright.
vans or burger vans, all right. And usually when you have a night out drinking and you're quite drunk, you're about to get your taxi home or whatever, you're gonna walk home. You might go up to one of these like grotty vans, and you'll buy a kebab like for a £5 or something from a guy, like a doner kebab. Delicious food, right? Greasy, unhealthy, fattening food that I haven't actually had for ages, like a year, more, 2 years. Mainly because I don't go out drinking anymore. But you guys don't know kebab vans. I would choose a single kebab. If you said, all right, wood of potatoes, on the one hand, I have a single kebab. On the other hand, we're going to produce 3 more Star Wars movies. I'd pick the kebab. That's how little I care about Star Wars. I'd pick the kebab.
Wow, you're really like putting it in there, huh? You like
that's honestly,
the
that's how I feel
hipsterness
about
is just
Star
like
Wars.
coming out hardcore right now. Like it's ridiculous.
I just wanted to be clear to people where I am with this movie franchise. I'm gonna watch it now next week, Matt, and I'm gonna be like super hyped about it.
Jeez, see if I was you, right? If I was winning potatoes, this is how the Fallout 4 conversation would have gone. Oh, I hate Star Wars, and everyone who I like Fallout 4, and everyone who likes Fallout 4 sucks or whatever because they like Fallout 4.
I don't say those people suck. What?
Yeah, exactly. It's just it's
What?
so brutal.
I'm not
It's
saying
so,
those people suck.
Star Wars is a fantastic concept.
Yeah, they're good movies, but they were, I've still got the first six.
Anyways, question. You have to be wearing hipster glasses the first time you bring out the cam.
Wow, okay, I wouldn't know what hipster glasses are. Could you buy me some?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you already have them because that's where you draw your power from. Any of you have played Dungeons and Dragons? I think WP would be a great dungeon master with his voice or voices.
Wow. Being a good DM's though, a lot more than just the accent.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of homework.
I mean, if I had someone in an earpiece who was telling me exactly what to say, and like a monkey, like a newsreader, I could just go for it, fine. But I have no experience as a DM. I think I'd enjoy it, but it's in my opinion, years of practice to get really good.
Yeah, you have to have a booklet filled with all sorts of situations for each individual area and be creative on how to answer their questions.
You have to be smart. You have to be witty enough, and well, not witty, but you have to be like intelligent enough to always push the story in the direction you want it to go without people realizing. You need to balance how much time each person's time's taking. You need to think about the overall play session. You need to it's hard, man. It's hard.
The DM makes the experience. I have not played it. I've always wanted to play it. I watch a lot of videos on Dungeons and Dragons because those are just fun to watch. Like good DMs and everything like that.
My only experiences have been with bad DMs, and I've never really enjoyed myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, that must have been awkward.
Well, a little bit awkward because it's like I don't want to play anymore, but I've committed to doing it once a week, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
Well, was the food
right.
at least good? The food was at least good, right? Oh.
Let's just go to the next question.
Ooh.
Let's just go to the next question.
What you want for Christmas?
What do you want for Christmas, Matt? I'll tell you a dream I had of something.
Okay.
That I want for Christmas.
As long as I have you and potatoes, my Christmas.
Oh, though sweet, is a cop out.
What was your dream? What was your dream?
All right, I had a dream. This is bad. So I'm playing Final Fantasy X too.
Yeah.
All right. I had a dream that I had got the Final Fantasy X-2 International Guide. And I don't know why, but that magical guide, I'm pretty sure it doesn't actually exist at all. That magical guide is had me so unbelievably hyped and excited and thrilled and ecstatic. Like I haven't experienced since I was like 8 years old in the real world. And then I woke up and I was like, why was I so hyped about that? That was just a book. I've already got the guide. It's just not international. And that was it. That was my dream Christmas present.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So what do you really want? What did you tell Carrie?
I wasn't particularly helpful to her, to be honest. She's listening right now as well, so she'll like, yes, damn it, you weren't very helpful. She's got me stuff there. I got a box there that I can't open till Christmas Day, and I really, really want to look in it and see what it is.
Well, my wife got me, because I surprised her because I've been saving for to get her a laptop because she needs it for work, like an actual good laptop, not the little cheap laptops that, normally, people would get and you can't do anything with it, you can't play games, you can't even play Minecraft on it. I wanted to get her something good the difference between a good laptop and a bad laptop, where you can open up a web page and it won't lag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can play a video
exactly.
and it won't lag. Oh my gosh, I fixed so many of those back in my days that I didn't want to get
like laptops have stagnated hard.
Yeah. Yeah, you
I
have
would
to
have
pay
expected
good money
in the past 10 years they got a bit better, but I feel like even today, if I were to buy a newish laptop, it would still end up slow as balls really quickly.
You have to spend a lot of money for the good ones, which is the weirdest thing. It's almost like the OS is causing problems, so even technologies move up, you still can't open up a web page properly or something. Like, it's just the weirdest thing. My wife got me a Tokina 11 to 16 millimeter. It is a wide angle. The wide angle that you see in some of my videos, but it's usually me borrowing. Patreon people will know this. Me borrowing it from my friend, Aaron, who shoots my stuff.
Okay.
Every time you see the wide angle, is me stealing it from him. She actually got it for me. So now, all the videos that you see from now on will have that nice, crisp, well-lit lens. Oh my gosh, it's
damn,
really
dude.
good lens.
I've spent quite a lot on gear this past year.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm at a really good place. It's crazy to think that if I did like face cam, there's this whole other world of gear to get, like lenses and different cameras and lighting and green screens and fake eyebrows for when you put your your face on and stuff or whatever, right? Like there's a whole world of more like expenses that people would go through when they do all that stuff. I do not envy you.
Well, I mean, listen, like, if you would watch my old stuff, I started on a 720p camera, and every time I've upgraded my setup, it was always it just gave so much for me to do, so much room, and it just looks so much better. And I remember upgrading, saving up months and months and months, because I love saving up and buying something really good.
Yeah, there's nothing beats that feeling of upgrading.
Yeah, nothing. Like, you save up for months, and you just like, I'm really good at that stuff. So that's why my wife always leaves it up to me. So I save up and I buy a Canon T3i, and it just skyrocketed everything. I could do so much more for it. I have to, man. It's so good. It's so good. And everyone enjoys it. Everyone enjoys the quality bump. Even though you'll see other YouTubers with their crappy cameras and whatever, and they get like millions of views, and it's just like, oh, it doesn't really matter. Quality doesn't matter at all. You remember Angry Joe had that crappy green screen for a long time. You remember that? I remember saying like, oh, look at this green screen. Why isn't it good? I just totally help him. I just want to talk to him one bit. And I never mentioned to him when I talked to him at the arena event, but
yeah, wow. So you just mean behind his back? I see how it is.
I know, right? Like that's not good, man.
I didn't expect you to roll with the punch like that.
Cool guy. Yeah. I love the quality bump. Like it's a Christmas present, even though it's more of a like for the channel. But I don't know. It's like my channel is my baby. You know, I love doing stuff. So it's definitely probably one of my best Christmas presents.
Yeah.
Not to shame any other Christmas presents that I got in the past.
Wow. Yeah, that's the worst thing. People are always like, what was your favorite present this year then? And you're like, what? But like 15 people got me something. They're all in the room looking at me right now. And you're going to make me pick my favorite and let down 14 other people. Hell no.
All of them were nice. Even the socks.
Yeah, just pick the most obviously bad one.
Yeah. But I guess we didn't really answer the question. But
what we're looking for Christmas? We totally did.
Yeah. Well, I guess we got what we wanted. We're thankful for you guys. You guys already gave us our present. That was a nice cringy little heartfelt.
Oh, we should end the pod on that. Remember that. Put a pin in that. Next question from Pristoth, who said, WP Matt Visual, thoughts on the NASA funding?
Oh.
I just Googled this. Did you know about this?
No, I didn't.
Apparently, they are not having their budget cut for the first time in God knows how long.
Oh, snap. Does that mean they're going back to the moon?
They're getting even more than Obama asked for from Congress, which is $1.27 billion more dollars. I mean, there are still movies with bigger budgets, I believe, but still.
What are they going to do with it? Are they going to do a mission to the moon again, or no, that's just still cut out?
Oh, dude, I don't know whether they plan like that. I don't know if it's like, right, we got money, what are we doing this year? I know that they've got plans.
They were trying to go to the moon, and they were like, oh, no, let's go to Mars instead, because homeboy wants us to go to Mars, Obama. I don't know the whole story, but that's basically the gist from what I got from it. And I was just like, oh, I wanted to see, because we landed on the moon once, and that was like years ago. Like, it
wasn't just the once, but it wasn't very much, no. There were like 7, I think, manned moon landings or something.
There were 7?
Yeah. There were more than just the one moon landing.
Really?
Manned missions to the moon. Let's have a look. They were all a long-ass time ago, but manned missions to the moon. List of missions to the moon. Oh, there's loads. Oh, I guess those aren't all manned, and some of them are failures.
Oh.
How many times have we been to the moon? 24 men went to the moon. 12 of them walked on it. 7 orbited it solo, and 3 went to the moon more than once. No one walked on it twice, though.
Oh, they just went there and came
How
back.
many times have we been on the moon in total? 6 times. Dude, my original thing I said a second ago was 7. That was pretty close.
What is your view on the Star Wars prequels?
I think they're actually much better than people give them credit for.
Yeah, I think people bash them a bit, but
they drag on a little bit, but they're alright movies. And also,
there were some not so good parts in them.
I mean, we talked about this in a previous pod. If you're interested, you should just go listen to the previous 102 podcasts, right? And then just see us next week. But at some point in those 102 podcasts, I mentioned that, I was in that terrible age demographic when the prequel trilogy came out and Jar Jar Binks was released. And I actually enjoyed Jar Jar Binks as a kid. And I didn't realize the error of my ways until I was older. So it's kind of an interesting thing for me,
and
I
then
guess.
You watched it and you're like, oh, wow.
And watching them as an adult, you can definitely see that there's problems with them. But they're not the worst thing in the world. And actually, when I think about a lot of stuff that is iconically Star Wars, much of that stuff are only things that were introduced to the franchise through the prequel trilogy rather than the original trilogy. So the franchise as a whole owes a lot of its depth and fun and stuff to the prequel trilogy, even if the movies themselves weren't, perfect masterpieces.
Expanded Universe will probably hold that title, but okay. A bit of an odd question. Would you sunless see? Would you sunless see? What does that mean?
Would we sunless see?
Would you sunless see? It's a bit of a slow game. But when you get into the lore, it will be interesting.
Dude, I don't know. Sunless. He's not talking about Dark Souls or anything, right? Praise the sun?
No. I thought he was talking about Tequado for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, Guilders too? It's a game. Lose your mind, eat your crew, die. Okay, that's the description.
Wow.
It looks interesting. It's like a top-down ship game. Interesting.
I got a question here.
Okay.
Roly333 said at Wooden Potatoes, New Year's resolution to be maybe face cam. All right, listen, Roly333, I don't know what you think my life is, but it's not like some struggle I go through every year where it's like a resolution. I'm going to do it this year. It's not like a struggle. It's a decision. I don't want to do it. So, no.
You sound like a nerd for the first couple sentences. Was that on purpose?
Was it?
Yes.
No, it wasn't. Oh, dear.
I wish you could go like...
Wow,
you
I'm being laughed
dude.
at for being a nerd, guys. This is happening.
Oh
live,
man, you sound like stereotypical nerd for like a few seconds. He does think about it every day. He actually
No, I don't. I only think
every
about when
week or
Matt brings
so,
it up. Because Matt brings it up more than anyone else in my life.
yeah, sure. Carrie doesn't bring it up.
What? Asking me to face cam on YouTube? No.
Well, okay. Does she do? Do you guys do face cam stuff?
Well, of course, yeah.
Oh, okay. So, wait a minute.
What kind of a question is that?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Well,
Can we not get into the details of my relationship on the pod?
Wait. How come we don't do face cam when we talk?
Well, because I don't know.
You know, I could show you some stuff.
Do you want me to light a
room.
candle and then get a laptop here?
Yeah, I'll light 2 candles for you, man.
Wow.
Yeah,
I actually don't like lighting candles up here anymore because I feel like the wax is going to get in the equipment.
You got to bring people in to light it and stuff. You need an army to light your candle.
Yeah, I have to.
How many potatoes does it take to light a candle?
No, I could light it easily. It's just I feel like the wax gets on stuff and it wouldn't be good.
Oh, it's all over. It's sticky. So what is life? Shrek is life.
What is love?
Shrek. Is it just salty? Winter Potatoes is just salty about Star Wars, like the Grinch is salty about Christmas. Oh,
What? But why is the Grinch salty about Christmas? Why didn't the Grinch like Christmas? Because he had no heart, right?
Yeah, you have no heart. With your hipster ways, you have a hipster heart. Your heart has like literally glasses, just like on them.
Okay, we're being asked if we've played Don't Starve together.
We have before.
We have. We've even done streams on it.
Yeah. We did a big stream, me and you, and we played through Oh yeah, he asked about Together, right? The co-op version.
Yeah.
Yeah. We played a little bit of that. That was fun.
Well, did you know as well? Did you know that they aren't just developing Don't Starve Together? Don't Starve Together recently, by the way, guys, went into beta for Caves, which is a huge update. So Caves are together now, which is awesome. It's something I was looking out for ages. But did you know, Matt, that the main branch of the game, just Don't Starve, is also continuing to be updated?
Wow.
It got another expansion. Released just very, very recently, called Shipwrecked, where there's all these tropical islands and you can build boats and you can go sailing and stuff now. There's like monsoons and whales and tropical, like trees and stuff, and all new biomes and ridiculous amounts of new stuff. They're really good. Cly Entertainment, fantastic example of devs. Like they're so active on their boards. They have so many patches go out. It's amazing.
I hope they're making enough money. You know?
Yeah, me too, because they really do have a great work ethic, and they do really well with it.
Maybe they have a small team and sales are steady.
So look it up while we're doing questions. Put on the Shipwrecked trailer or some random dude's LP or something. You'll see it's crazy cool. Don't Starve Shipwrecked. It's their second expansion after Reign of Giants. So cool. I wanted to talk to you about it, but because that's not in Don't Starve Together yet, it's sort of like, I don't know. I feel like if you play together, you're on a bit of a delay, you know?
Yeah.
Because it takes them longer to put it in.
All right. Don't starve. How did you meet your significant others? I met my wife at high school. We liked each other, but we didn't say much. You know, we kind of talked to each other through a mutual friend, but we never pulled the trigger, as one will say. So after high school, like about a year after high school, we talked on Facebook. I know Facebook. I don't even use Facebook.
These were the Twilight days, guys.
The Twilight days. Well, I mean, Facebook is no MySpace right now. Facebook is still huge and stealing videos from content creators as well. I don't know if you heard about that. People will repost people's stuff and get millions of views, and Facebook will cop the money and won't take it down and stuff like that. Anyways, I talked to her on Facebook, and I was like, would you like... I was in Georgia at the time, visiting my best friend Edwin, and I was like, oh, would you like to, when I come back down, go see a movie? Of course, it was Twilight. So when I came back down, we started talking. We exchanged phone numbers, and we started talking immediately. We didn't even go on a first date yet. It just kind of clicked, and we started talking about a lot of stuff every single day. And then when I came back down here, she was actually going to Disney World. She came back down. We met each other, and we went to go see Twilight. I did one of these and put my arms around her. Stuff like that. The move. And I would say, guys or girls, hey, I think guys will take you as a keeper if you ever do that. A girl with a sense of humor like that would just that would be a big wow, I would say. But
as long as you do it funny though.
Yeah. I mean, I was always joking around, 'cause that's just what I do. So I constantly immature. So well, not that bad, obviously. Obviously, she knew I was serious, but from then on we hooked up, and we did not miss a day seeing each other for months until the wedding. We saw each other every single day.
Months? How many months was it after you got together that you popped the question?
6 months.
Really? 6 months?
6 months, and we got married.
I've never asked you. Why did you feel so compelled to ask?
Ask what?
To marry you. Her to marry you.
Well, we were both. We don't like the BS. It's for me, dating. It's either I'm dating someone that I want to marry eventually, or going to marry. I just.
It sounds like you've had loads of wives, and this is
there's no point in beating around the bush. If it's somebody I don't like, then I'm not gonna be with them. I'm not gonna go on a second date with them. But I really liked her, and I would say, and that doesn't work for everyone for sure. I would say make sure you know who you're getting into bed with before you marry someone. But for me, I can dissect people pretty easily. I loved her, so we got married real early. It was no BS, and we just got married. So yeah. Doesn't work for everyone. Do not do that, kids. I've met so many divorced people, and they got married early, or some of them got married late. But, whew, you don't want that. Have kids, and they haven't even explored their life yet, and they regret marrying so early, or having a kid so fast, and oh my gosh, so depressing. Anyways, your turn.
Well, we met online. That's basically the story. Go to the next question.
Obviously, he doesn't want to answer, so we'll move on. I thought I would give some context there. You know what I'm saying? You pick one.
Well, no one's really asking any down here. Okay, hold on. Well, one person said, "How did you propose to your wife?" This is a pod story we've had before. It was on I could tell you that story. It was at a park bench place in Miami.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always imagined it to look out to the coast or a brook or a river. Yeah. It
was in Miami Shores. Shores.
Did you pretend to drop something and then get down on your knee?
No. I went down on one knee while she was looking out. She was on a boardwalk, and she was looking out to the city. It's a beautiful boardwalk at night, and barely anyone is there. And it's a Miami Shores is a really good neighborhood. Well, a certain part of it, nice houses and everything. And she was looking out, and she was looking beautiful and everything. And I went down on one knee. She thought I was tying my shoes, and then she looked down. She was like, "What?" And she looked down, and she saw it, and she was like, "Ah!" Yeah, she didn't know it was coming. So yeah, she said yes. By the way, yeah, that's
no. She said no the first 10 times, And 11, that was the golden ticket.
The golden ticket.
Oh, yeah.
No. Would you be willing to play some board games with fans on stream? Is there an online version that you can put people in? That would be interesting.
Wait, what's the question?
Board games live on stream with fans.
Oh.
That would be pretty cool. I'm pretty sure there's like a board game. It's like a simulator, a board simulator. I remember the co-optional people doing this for the lounge, and people can just come into the room. We could do something like that one time.
There'd have to be a capacity, though, right?
Yeah, there's a capacity, obviously. Yeah. I wouldn't say there would be millions of people like coming into the channel. I'm pretty sure only the few. So yeah, people will just jump in. We could set something like that up, and we probably would warn people or whatever. Maybe on a Steam sale, we grab a bunch of games and we could just have a
tabletop simulator on Steam.
Yeah. That's it. You should have gotten her a MacBook. Listen, love, 2006. No. All right.
What if that is her?
Let me tell you. No, it's not. It's not. It's not.
Wait. What if she gets you a MacBook for Christmas, and as another gift? What would you do?
She would never do that. That exact book. That exact laptop that I got her would be a almost $2,000 MacBook. That's the price difference. That is the price difference. And her laptop was around, I would say, oh man, I made sure I got insurance and everything, warranty from Micro Center, because Micro Center is the best computer store. I think it was like around $600, and I got like 2-year warranty on it. And you're just not gonna get that from a Mac, like for a reasonable price. You're not gonna. It had a dedicated graphics card and everything in it, so she has no problems. Anyways, what else we got here? We have the NASA fun. You finding any?
Have we considered playing top-down Tomb Raider games for visual plays, like Guardian of Light and Temple of Osiris? I actually played Guardians of Light with my brother years ago when it first came out, and it was okay, but I never really found it that memorable or particularly fun. I mean, it might be entertaining enough, but I think there's a lot of stuff that we could classify as probably would be entertaining enough. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Hype games for 2006. What games are you looking forward to?
For 2006 or 16?
16. Jeez. Okay. 2016. I apologize. I would say I'm definitely looking into getting into. I watch a lot of fighting stuff, like Gutex and Mike Ross and everything, and I go to a lot of tournaments and stuff. So I want to get inside fighting games. So I'm thinking about getting Street Fighter V. I wouldn't say I'm hyped for it, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. No Man's Sky, obviously, I would say that's probably one of that and like Final Fantasy, the new Final Fantasy, which is kind of like a Kingdom Hearts feel to it. That might be pretty good. Uncharted 4, I think will be a good experience that I'm gonna rent. I probably wouldn't buy that for $60 because you beat it. It's one of those games where you just beat it and then that's it. I don't see myself playing multiplayer.
Remake. Someone just pointed out in chat. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I need to play the original games. That is on my list to play.
There's so many good games for PS4. Yeah,
they're coming out with some good stuff. Tom Clancy, The Division is coming out too. For PS4. That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. It's that game where it like changes like the seasons and stuff in that first trailer, right?
Quantum Break I think it's gonna be pretty decent. Dishonored 2, Firewatch is definitely something I'm gonna play. Like absolutely, it's probably one of my most hyped games there. Because I just feel like I'm gonna enjoy that no matter what. It's an indie game, and the gameplay just shouts me. It just shouts me. Just good characters. That's all I care about. That's really all I care about. Like I literally watch movies with good characters, and nothing would happen, and I don't care because I just enjoy the movie based on the characters. So wow. I'm that type of guy. So I think this would be one of those games for me that I'm happily gonna pay the the little indie price of $20 or whatever it's gonna be. But yeah, there's lots of good games coming out.
Someone's asking who would win in an arm wrestling match between the two of us.
I would say you, man. I think you exercise. You've been lifting weights, man. So I don't know.
Yeah, but I haven't been to the gym for like 3-4 months.
Yeah, but you have muscle memory.
No, maybe longer actually now.
Yeah, muscle memory, man. It's fine, dude.
Muscle memory, is that what muscle memory is?
Muscle memory, man. Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
All
Yeah,
right,
I remember seeing this guy. He had one. He came into the gym back then when I used to work out all the time. When I wasn't having the attacks so frequently, and we were working out. This guy with one leg he was from the army and he lost his leg. And he was just like, you would think he's skinny, but you see like you see barely definition. But the guy lifted up the whole rack of I forgot what the push one is. So you know when you sit down and you push out with your arms?
Okay. Yeah.
He lifted up the whole rack. And the guy was small. The guy was small, and I was just like, what? It was the weirdest thing, man. Weirdest thing. Yeah.
It's kind of interesting that had he never lost a leg, he might not have ever got so into fitness and been less fit for it.
No, he was from the army. I'm pretty sure he was fit there.
Oh, you think he was fit beforehand because of his army days?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't see big people survive the army days. You don't see that. At least in my experience. Anyway.
Yeah, but there's a difference between being skinny and just fit enough to get by in the military and being like a huge beefcake that loves working out.
Yeah. You're right. I automatically went to the other extreme. Automatically. I'm just thinking about me, like young me that was like 300 pounds going to the army. And I'm just like, because that was a thought. I was thinking about going to the army because I was
really?
Like,
they must have stopped you like on entry, surely, if you had tried.
Yeah, absolutely. 300 pounds?
Because I'm guessing there's like fitness tests and stuff you have to do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You fat lob. Keep going.
I don't think you'd get that far, Matt. I don't think you'd get that far. It'd probably be a nice, polite receptionist saying, "I'm afraid you can't start. You're not quite in the weight range," and then that would be it.
Yeah, like I'm not enough to to be a frontline, mattress pad. That gets hit by a bullet to save someone who actually, would be worth saving. Yeah, probably.
Damn.
I'm assuming. I mean, that's kind of like war, man. War is grimy like that. Where,
Jesus.
where do you think those bullets just fly and don't
doing?
hit anybody? The front lines, dude. It's hard to survive on the front lines.
What? They just roll you around?
People die every day. Just dying in the war, man. Let's end this podcast on the most depressing.
Thanks very much for listening, guys. People die every day.
Your end is coming soon, guys. Don't worry. I'll be there waiting for you around the corner.
Wow. So what, are you the Grim Reaper now?
No. We all know the darkness is coming. We all
Jesus Christ.
we all read listen to the news. We see what's coming. The darkness is coming to swallow us whole. Okay, and we must prepare. Okay, get your tinfoil hats. Cover your windows with foil and block out the sun. You don't need the sun. Become white like me. Ladies and gentlemen, this was the VisualWood podcast.
I'm just gonna let you roll off on that wonderful speech there.
I hope you guys enjoyed. Prepare
Merry
for the
Christmas and New Year if we end up, I don't know, not doing holiday episodes.
Hopefully you guys get what you want for Christmas. And for the people who don't get anything for Christmas, just know that the end is coming.
Jesus Christ. And it won't matter because nobody cared enough to get you a gift anyway. Bye.
Look, here comes a fire truck.